It's hard to describe to a modern audience how important songs were to the Civil War soldier. Long before color television and transistor radios. If you wanted to hear the latest hit songs, well, you had to sing them. You could tell how long a fella had been in the ranks by the kind of songs he sang, the ones who hadn't been through the hell of a fight yet. Songs like, if we fall amid the fray, boys will fight them to the last, shouting the battle cry of freedom, and our comrades brave shall hear us as they go rushing past, shouting the battle cry of freedom. Our Union forever, hurrah, boys, hurrah! Down with the traitor and up with the star. Oh, we'll rally round the flag, boys, we'll rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom. Of course, you may hear from the other side something like, our Dixie forever, we're never at a loss. Down with the eagle and up with the cross. Oh, we'll rally round the bonny flag, we'll rally once again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. All kinds of things would happen along the lines at night. The pickets would be right up against each other. They could shake a hand across if they had a mind to. And many times they did. Oh, much to their mutual officers' dismay, crazy things would happen. Outside of Richmond, a group of Confederate pickets, they got to know the Yankee pickets real well, first name basis. Turned out the Yankee boys were from Maine, and they'd been in ranks for close to 2 years, and, hadn't really even been near a pretty girl in that whole time. Well, there was a dance being held in Richmond. Confederate fellas, they felt kind of bad about it, so they put their heads together. They figured out how to do that. They snuck their new Yankee friends out across the lines there, gave them gray jackets, and they all went to the dance together. Or Petersburg. Months those fellas stood in those trenches eyeballing each other outside of Petersburg. Bored! One group of pickets, north and south, they switched sides for 2 weeks. Nobody ever knew the difference. The most moving example of this, for me, though, is the Battle of Stones River. That'd be Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That battle raged for 4 days, and on the eve of the 5th, the troops fell exhausted upon the frozen ground to grab some semblance of sleep. Over on the northern side, the Yankee band started to strike up some martial airs to raise the tired spirits, and so the men started singing. And then they sang loud. Oh. But then when they were done, they were surprised to hear the same song coming back at them from over the Confederate lines with Southern words. And louder. Well, this set up a little impromptu competition. One side, the other, louder, louder. Then one of the Yankee bands began to play Orally. When the blackbird in the spring 'neath the willow tree sat and rocked, I heard him sing, singing orally. But when they were done, now the Confederate band started to play back to them their beautiful love song, Lorena. The years crept slowly by, Lorena. The snow is on the grass again. But now the competition shifted from who could sing the loudest to who could sing the prettiest. And This went on for another half hour or so, and one of the bands, somewhere, nobody's sure which side started it, began playing Home, Sweet Home. Without any prompting, both bands joined in. They started playing that song over and over again. The men began singing. They sang it over and over again. First in unison, then into harmonies. One common wish rising into those cold winter stars. The following morning, they were called back into battle. And there on that brutal morning in early January, those very same fellas, well, they annihilated over a third of each other's armies. So here's some sounds we might hear around 1864, 65, mostly evening time.